Hello everyone, it's Judy from Coffee, Cookies, and Books, and it's so great to see all of you again. Today what we're going to do is we're going to pick my May TBR. Super excited. May is going to be another readathon month, and I can't wait to share the details with you. So I would really love it if you could stick around. It's going to be a lot of fun. So as I said in the intro, today what we're going to do is we're going to be picking my May TBR. So May is going to be another crazy reading month because I'm doing another readathon. So we're going to get into that in just a little bit. What we're going to cover first is all of the challenges that I have that follow me through the year. So the first one that we're going to take care of and look at is the Buzzword Reading Challenge. And I have two full challenges for that. I have the cover challenge, which will go up here, and I have the reading challenge, which will go up here. So the first book that has to go on my May TBR, as you can see from the cover challenge, is Bright Young Women by Jessica Noel. So this is a book that is based on the Bundy murders. So I don't know the full details on that. I just know that that's what the book is based on. So it's a thriller, not super long, which is one of the reasons why I picked it for this month, which I will explain when we get into the details on the readathon. But I'm super excited to read this one. So that is for the cover challenge, which you can see up over here. Okay, and then the next one, and just so you know, I have everything on my computer because I have a lot to cover and I don't want to forget everything. Okay, so then the next one that I picked, because technically I have already read from January to May on my reading challenge, but I picked my September pick because this is a bit of a thriller, which is Eruption, and it is about a volcanic eruption in Hawaii, and of course all of the people, how it affects everyone. I love this sort of thriller. Super excited to read this. So those are my two challenges. Then next, what we have, another challenge that I do is the 25 and 25 bingo challenge. So I will put that up here. Now, because of the nature of the readathon that I'm doing, and because I don't know exactly what I'm going to be reading for sure, which you'll understand when we start doing the choices for the TBR, I still have all of these open slots. So I am like, nothing from April is going to go in here because I'm kind of a little bit ahead of the game. So I'm not going to choose anything from my April picks. We'll just kind of leave it. So this is what you're seeing here is what my May reads will affect this at the end of the month. So we'll go over what I've picked and what I've positioned in there, and we're going to try to pick, because normally I would pick 2-3 months, we're going to try to fill at least 5 slots with what I read in May. So it'll be an interesting thing to see if we can get it done or not. Fun though, right? Yeah, lots of fun. Okay, then the other thing that I have is I have my 25 must-reads in 2025, and below I have linked my quarterly roundup on how I was doing on all my challenges, and the largest part of it is towards the end of the video where I go over what I've read in 2025 and what I'm going to read, what I still have left to read in 2025. So from that, I have two choices that I've specifically picked for this challenge for a couple of reasons. And I picked it for the month of May for a couple of reasons, and have to do with the readathon. So the first one is a romantic suspense by Brittany Sahan called Chasing the Storm. And this is the last book in the Stealth Ops series that I have to read. There were 10 books in total. This is the final read. It's just, these books were published quite some time ago. So I really, really do want to get to them. The reason that I picked this is it's going to fit into the readathon prompts for the initial part of the game quite nicely because it fits like 2 different prompts. So that was why I picked that one. And then the other one that I picked is this one here, 206 Bones. And I strictly picked this because it's short. Her thrillers, they're like mystery thrillers. They're always short. They don't take a lot of, I can finish one of these in 2 nights because I typically read at night. So I don't expect this to take up a lot of time to read. So this will absolutely get read. So those 4 books, 100% have to get read to meet my regular yearly challenges. Okay, so it is from this point forward that we are now going to pick the random choices on what I'm going to read for May. And this is going to be a lot of fun. So now we're going to talk about the absolute most fun we're going to have in May. And it's with the Escape the Readathon Orange Cat Cruise. And I'm going to put up the 2 things that I've created for that. Now, the way that this works is there are rooms, and that goes under the Orange Cat Cruise, which is right here. And each room has to be opened with a specific prompt. So there are 6 rooms and 6 prompts. Now, we work in teams, obviously, and I'm on Team Hacker, which of course is up there and on here. So the reason that I have 3 windows is because you have to try to open each of the rooms with a specific number of reads, not per person, but as a group. So until the room is open, then you're not playing the game in the room until it's open. So until it's open, you can read for any of these 6 prompts. The idea, though, is that we attack as a group. So that's where our group leaders come in. And our 2 group leaders for Team Hacker are Cassidy from Covers with Cassidy, who I follow religiously. She actually was the one who did Readathon 4.0 in Carrion City, which I participated in March. Love that. And then Steph, who I follow fairly regularly too, she does Tackle My TBR game, which I absolutely love, and I enjoy it thoroughly. So I'm really happy that I've got these 2 people as team leaders. So what they do is they basically direct us on, and we come up with decisions on where we're going to attack, what we're going to attack first, and what's needed to get us through each of the rooms. The idea is to get and close each of these rooms and escape, and only one team escapes at the end. Now you have people who are trying to throw curveballs at us throughout each of these rooms that we're in. So it's going to be, to say the least, it's going to be interesting. My initial picks are not going to be based on any prompts because we really don't know, outside of the 6 prompts that you see initially, what the other prompts are going to be. They're all surprises. I mean, you have no idea. And then there are also what's called extras, which is the concierge desk and the library, where you can log pages you've read that do not fit into the prompts. And one of the examples would be a DNF. So you've read a DNF, you can't log it as a full book because you did not read it as a full book, but you want to log the pages you read. So you can actually log it in underneath there. This whole thing was created by Lexi and Covers with Lexi. Books with Lexi. She's awesome. Follow her regularly. I can't encourage people enough to follow her. But what I've done is I've linked the video to the Escape the Readathon, because if you can participate, this would be a perfect way to go, perfect time. It's the beginning of the month. This video is going up just before, slightly before May, so you still got time. And in actual fact, even when we get into May, you can still join because you can log whatever you've read in the month of May into these prompts anyway and still get credit for them. So at any time you can join in and team hackers, okay? Like, we're going to be awesome. We're going to win. I'm like, we're going to win. Okay, this book is one of the ones that I want to put in my group, which you're going to see, which is, it just came in from Aardvark, is The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. I love the idea of this book. It kind of has suspense, some paranormal, fantasy, and mystery, and everything kind of rolled into one. It's like a detective story built into a fantasy genre. Just, yeah, like, so I really wanted to read this, and when I saw it on Aardvark, I was like, okay, I'm going to pick it, and it's going to easily fit into one of the prompts, so it's probably a for sure read. The rest of what I'm going to pick is just random, okay? So, all right, so now we get to the fun of it, okay? We're getting to the fun of picking the actual TBR. So you might have noticed behind me all these shelves with the books turned the other way. I set that up, I don't know, about a week ago. Don't remember what's where, have no idea. I've added random books here and there. I've rearranged it a few times. It's, you know, I wanted to make it more fun. So there are 57 books there. My idea was I'm going to choose 20. So we're just going to go through and we're going to do random choices using my iPad for those choices. And I'm just going to pop them aside. And then what we'll do at the end is we'll quickly go through them and just do a chat on what each book is about. I won't go into anything too crazy because this video is going to be super long as it is. But what I want to do is I want to try to give myself the biggest selection of books to choose from for what I'm going to read in May, because I don't know what I'm going to read because I don't know what prompts are going to come up. So it's going to be really random. So we wanted to make the TBR really random. So this was the best way I could think about it. Now, I am going to state that there is not fantasy in there. There's no, very little romance, unless it's more like a blended genre, not just romance, like the romance suspense we saw earlier. There is a little bit of science fiction. There is nonfiction in there. Most of it is mystery, thriller, and suspense. So that's the majority. A little bit of horror. So that's kind of what I've picked for this. Now, what we're doing today, I am actually going to be doing going forward with my TBRs until I finish up a game that I'm creating. I'm creating my own game based on one of my favorite games, which is Yahtzee. So I will be working on that. And until that's done, my TBRs are going to get chosen this way. There are not going to be 20 books. In this case, it's for a specific reason. But this is how I'm going to pick my fill-in TBRs outside of my challenges that I need to make sure are covered. So we can get used to seeing this. What will change is what books are in there is what's going to change. So we're just going to go forward with this 20 and see how we do. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Siri to pick the numbers between 1 and whatever. So we're going to start at 1 and 57, and as we go down, the number will decrease, obviously, and what we're going to ask the tablet to pick for us. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically turn the tablet towards you so that you can see what the answer is, because I'm not going to record this because it's just going to get too cumbersome to do that. So I thought it'd just be easy enough to do it the other way. So we're going to go through I think I mentioned already, we're going to go through the 20. We're just going to put them aside real quick. And then we're going to go through them one by one, just with a quick synopsis on what each book is. And then that will be my selection for May, along with the 4 books that are must reads. All right, and here we go with the first one. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 57.
The answer is 48.
48. Okay, and so we're going to start up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. Okay, and 48 is number 48. Okay. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 56.
It's 39.
39. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Oh. Okay. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 55.
The answer is 38.
38. Well, 38, I believe, would be right here, which was the one that was right next to it. So that's this one right here. Didn't have to search for that one. Okay. Did I show you that one properly? There we go. We'll discuss them all afterwards. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 54.
The answer is 48.
48 again. Okay. Making me search for these things. Well, actually, maybe we can go backwards. So 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48. Okay, so that's the next choice. So that's 4. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 53.
The answer is 16.
16. Thank God, it's only 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Just a small one. There we go. Nice little novella. I added a few of those in there. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 52.
The answer is 8.
8. Even better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So that is a Teaking Fixture. Now this is actually 2 books. I'm not sure where I put the other one. I'll have to find it. It's 2 novellas, so I'm going to read the 2 together. So basically it's like 1 novel, but it will go pretty fast because I can log the 2 together. So we'll just kind of pop that there. Okay. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 51.
That would be 9.
9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, okay. Another good pick. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 so far. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 50.
It's 1.
Okay, right at the top of the pile. And it's just a itsy bitsy little cozy murder mystery. Okay. Hey Siri, pick a book between 1 and 49.
It's 50.
50. Huh? 50? Well, we'll just go with the last book in the pile, which is this one right down here, which I believe is a... Oops. Okay. Another good one. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 9 picked so far. So 9 from 57 is 48, right? Okay. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 48.
It's 33.
33. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Okay. Oh, really want to read this one. So super happy I got picked. Okay. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 47.
It's 45.
45. So we're just going to go up. 47, 46, 45. And ghost camera. Okay, so I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10 there. And then we're going to have another 10 pile that we're making. So we're on 11, so we only have 9 more to pick. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 46.
The answer is 33.
33. Again, you know, seems like 33. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Ah, so one of the few nonfictions that I had in here. Super excited about that. Okay. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 45.
It's 42.
42. 45, 44, 43, 42. Okay, so this one. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 44.
The answer is 6.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay. Ah, okay, another good one. Go. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 43.
It's 13.
13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so there we go. All right, so we have 5 more to go. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 42.
The answer is 40.
40. 42, 41, 40. Okay. Oh, that one. And we only need, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we need 4 more. Okay. All right. Let's get Siri back up here. Hey Siri, give me a number between 1 and 41.
The answer is 6.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, another good one. Yep. Hey Siri, give me a number between 1 and 40.
It's 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, another smaller one, another novella. Now this is probably the only fantasy that I put on, and one of few because it's just a novella, which I didn't mind. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 more. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 39.
The answer is 29.
29. Oh, well, that's a good different answer. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29. Ah, one of my newer ones. Newer one that came in. That's fair. I think we have one more, but let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yep, one more. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 38.
The answer is 7.
7. Seems like the same answers all the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah. Okay. Now this is a commitment because this is 600 pages. So I'm going to say no to this one for now because there are a couple of other ones that are on here that are slightly long and that I would want to read more than this based on what's been chosen already. So I'm just going to pull this one out and we're going to go with another choice, okay? Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 37.
The answer is 18.
18. So that's a good solid in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, this is a much better choice. All right, okay. So that is it. That's all our choices. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go through all those just quick summary so that you know what I'm going to be reading in the month of May. All right, guys, I've just kind of cleaned up everything behind me a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick summary of what I picked and in the order that I chose them in. And then we'll talk about just a few other housekeeping things to finish off. Okay, so first one is None Shall Sleep by Ellie Marney, and this is like a serial killer FBI profiling type book. So very much something that I would probably want to read this month. I mean, and going into May, because it is short, it's sweet, and it's a subject matter that I find I consume fairly quickly. So looking forward to that one. We Used to Live Here by Marcus Kluwer. This is fairly new, hasn't been out for all that long, and I love the premise of it. It's, you know, people buy a house, the old family comes to see and asks if they can come in and take a look. These people that bought it are renovating it, like a flip sort of idea. So just the premise of it sounds really creepy. So looking forward to that one. That's definite potential. Then another one that is a definite potential read for this month is This Book Will Bury Me by Ashley Winstead. This is new. I had it on pre-order. I really want to read this book. This will be a more than likely, you know, along with The Tainted Cup. I would say that these two are like almost 100% for sure that I'm going to read them. This Book Will Bury Me is based on the Idaho 4 murders, so that's why it really interests me. It's current events, so it's super interesting. Okay, Love in the Time of Serial Killers, so that is the next one. And, you know, I think this one is kind of a maybe. We shall see, as I think this is kind of a bit of a mystery romance kind of one. So, yeah, so that one's kind of like more of a maybe. Then we have Desserts, Driving, and Derelicts. So this is book 2 in the Campers and Criminals Cozy Mysteries. I read the first one, really liked it, super short. The likelihood is that I will read this in the month of May because it's a quick read. Okay. Then we have these two from T. Kingfisher. So What Feasts at Night and What Moves the Dead. I don't know which one's first. I'll figure out which one's first. But they're both novellas, and I think that they are around the 150-page mark. So I will read them together. Okay, and I think that those are horror, to be considered horror. Then we have The Serial Killer Guide to San Francisco. This is a mystery. It's like a cozy mystery. And I've had this one on my list for quite some time. So this one would hit one of those prompts that's needed. It's a book that you've kind of has been sitting on your TBR for quite a while. So that would be this one. Then we have Murder of a Mail Order Bride. So this is just another one of those cozy mysteries. Again, super quick read. So I love the fact that I have a few of these on this list because you can get through them pretty quick. And so that's like, I'm all for that, right? Right. Then we have Ghost Camera by Darcy Coates. This is another one that has actually been on my TBR for quite some time. So, and I really wanted to read this. You know, being a photographer, of course I want to read it. It's like, yeah, it's a given. So I have that one. Then this is another new one I picked up, which is The Close-Up by Pip Drysdale. This is sort of like a suspense thriller type book, and it's fairly new. Only 300 pages again. Get through these things pretty quick. So love the fact that I have a lot of these on the TBR. On my potential TBR, I should say. Next one is Ghost Station. So this combos science fiction with horror and thriller. And so I love the idea that this is sort of a combo between the two. And it's science fiction, which is my other love. I love the science fiction genre. So really like the idea of this one. Then we have what came up is Nuclear War, a Scenario by Annie Jacobson. I've been wanting to read this for quite some time. It looks like a really chunky book, but it's actually just 350 pages. So it's not as long as it looks. I think it's on very high quality paper, so it makes it appear to be a little thicker. And so that was why I picked it and put it in there, because I love nonfiction. Don't read a ton of it, but I like to inject it in here and again. So this may very well come up for this month. Then we have The Soulmate by Sally Hepworth. I know absolutely nothing about this outside of the fact that it's kind of a thriller, and that's what this woman writes. I've never read any of her books before, so this was just one I got off of Book Outlet for super cheap, and I thought it's a great way to get started and see if I like her writing. Then we have one which is, I think it blurs the idea of murder and terror and horror with fantasy. So this is kind of a combo genre, which again fits another one of those prompts that we need for the main rooms in the readathon. So I'm like I'm there for it, okay? And this is the first in a series by Carrie Maniscalco. I have the whole series. I bought that on Book Outlet as a boxed set. Super, super, super cheap. So I'm like, yeah, I'm there. So we'll give it a try. I mean, it's not super long. Again, this is only a 300-page book. Yeah. Okay. Then the next one is the series Finley Donovan is Killing It by El Cosamano. I have the entire set. There's 5 books. I wanted to get it started. The likelihood is I will read this month, for the month of May, because I really want to get this series started. Then Home After Dark by Riley Sager. I've never read any of Riley Sager's books. Again, this is another one that I got off Book Outlet, pretty cheap. I like to try to pick up new authors off of there because I can get the books for super inexpensive, and it's a good way to kind of introduce yourself to a new author. So that's the case with a lot of these authors, including the next one that's going to come up. So that was the next one that was on the list that we got. Then we picked up All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby. Never read any of S.A. Cosby's books before. This one came highly recommended by a YouTuber that I watch all the time, Reads with Rachel. So really want to read this one. Again, I picked it up from Book Outlet. You can always tell with a little mark. They don't all have marks on them, but if they do, you know that's where I got it. And again, this is only like just about a 300-page book. So perfect for this month. Then we have another novella, which is Fireborn Blade, and this is the only pure fantasy that I have in the collection. There are no other fantasy that are in the collection, so this is it. Then we have The Buffalo Hunter, and this is by Stephen Graham Jones. I've never read any of Stephen Graham Jones. Got this off Aardvark, and this kind of blends horror and thriller with a little bit of history, but a little bit of current events. So it's kind of like a mix, and I loved the idea of it. And it is, I think, a little on the longer side because it's just a little over 400 pages. But I would like to try and fit it in if I can, but we shall see. It's like, yeah, this would be one of the ones that I would really like to fit in. And then the last one we picked was I Might Be in Trouble by Daniel Ailman. This is from Book of the Month. I actually featured this in one of my What's Coming in a particular month. And when I read the synopsis for it, I really wanted to read it. It sounds like a bit of comedic. There's a dead body and he's trying to figure out what the hell to do with it. And then, okay, can I make money off of it as a writer? So it's, yeah, I thought it was an interesting premise, and it sounded like it was a ton of fun. 300-page book. Perfect for this, right? Yeah. Okay. So, and then the last one, of course, was The Tainted Cup, which came in from there. Okay, so that is it for my choices. So I think we've got a pretty good TBR. Now, I do also read ebooks. Now, I typically read ebooks for a little tiny bit in the morning. It kind of relaxes me into my day. So I don't read a ton of them. I don't like reading heavy books. I like reading light books, particularly a lot of Kindle Unlimited. But what I do have is I have 3 books on my Kindle that are ARCs. So I want to read them right away, which I am going to do. So 2 of them are thrillers and 1 is like a sci-fi. So one is called The Confessions, which is by, I'll put them up here, Paul Bradley Carr, and that one is high octane, high concept thriller for fans of Blake Crouch, Harley Corbin, and Gillian Flynn. So I thought it sounded interesting, got it as an ARC, and definitely want to read it. So there's that one. And then the other one is called Carved in Blood, and this is again a thriller, and it's by author by the name of Michael Bennett. He is a New Zealander, so I actually picked this up because it is centered in New Zealand. I like the fact that it was written by a New Zealander, and so a completely different feel. You know, I mean, most of the books you read, at least I read, is they're either British or English or whatever, like that kind of thing. So I just love the idea that it was an environment that I am not familiar with, completely new. So I have that. And then the last one is called The Last Voyage, and it is by Michael D. McLaren, and it's a science fiction, but it's not that far ahead. It's based in 2056. So I thought, this sounds like it's going to be really interesting. So those are the 3 that I plan to read on my Kindle. I am not going to do a ton of ebook reading for the month of May. I'm going to try to get through as much of this pile as I can. I don't read a lot of print books, but I can read a lot more when it is a book that is super interesting, moves really fast, and I can get through it in a couple of days. And that's not unusual. Like right now, I'm reading The Wicked King, which is the second book in The Cruel Prince, the 3 books. It's like, I'll finish it tonight. And I started reading it 2 nights ago, but I was finishing off another book, so I've got that one. So I just kind of started it, and like I'm more than halfway through now, and I'm going to finish it tonight. So I can finish those pretty quick. If it's a quick, fast-paced read with a lot of things happening, and it doesn't stall you anywhere. And I find that sometimes fantasy books can do that with you because they tend to drag things out a little bit more. Not that the plots can't be fast-paced, but the two tend to drag a little more. And they are usually really chunky books. So we don't have any super chunky books on the TBR. So that's what we'll be doing. Now, the last thing that I wanted to cover is how I'm going to do my wrap-ups. So it is likely that I will do more than 1 wrap-up in the month of May. I may do them kind of like, I may do 3. It'll depend on where I'm at in my reading. I just don't want to do them all at the end of the month because I think that'll be a little bit too much and too big a video, because I'm more than likely will read as many as I did in March. And I read a lot in March. I read like 17 books in March with only 2 DNFs. So I read a lot in March. So I'm assuming I'm going to read just as many in May, if not more, because in March I had 2 big books, one 600-page book and one 800-something page book. So I do not have any of those this month. So I'm assuming that I'm going to be able to get through these a hell of a lot faster. So that is it. So again, I'm doing Escape the Readathon, and it is created by Books with Lexi. So I'm going to put that up here, and Readathon, and her links are below. The link to the video for the Readathon is below because I think that's super important. The links to my team leaders' YouTubes, because their channels are fantastic and I follow both of them religiously. And I, again, Team Hackers, go Team Hackers. All right, it's been really great, and I will see you the next time around.